Let me introduce you to a highly decorated citizen. You want to know what I mean? He is the recipient of the University Medal of Excellence, French Legion of Honor, 2013 Ellis Island Medal of Honor, and it goes on and on. Since those awards, he's also been recognized as a Phoenix property investor, owner of the San Carlos Hotel. But Gregory.Melikian, back in May 1945, where were you?
Reims, France, 140 miles north of Paris.
And tell us what you were doing.
I was in Supreme Headquarters, Allied Expeditionary Forces. It was Supreme Headquarters Forward, and I was on the staff of General Dwight Eisenhower for 2 years.
And General Eisenhower, Ike, sent somebody into your radio room, and what happened?
He sent his chief of staff, a story unto himself, to find out the ages and the names of the 3 men, high-speed radio operators, down the hall from the surrender room. And you want me to tell that story?
Please.
General Walter Bedell Smith, Eisenhower used to call him Beetle. He sent him in and he said, I want to know the names of the 3 high-speed radio operators to send this 74-word coded message. The Germans have unconditionally surrendered all their land, sea, and air forces, and I want to know their names and ages. One guy named Kelly from Texas was 36 years old. A guy named, I believe, Evans from North Carolina was 28, and Greg.Melikian was 20. And he said, I want Greg to send this message, and because I'm the youngest, age 20, and in code, and to talk about it the rest of his life. Here we are 76 years later, Pat, talking about it.
And we're talking about it here with great pride, because I've known you for a long time, and you've always been a good friend, contributing to the community in so many different ways, but contributing to your country by being the fella who set out the code that said to the world, the war is over in 1945.
In Europe.
Yes, and you have since, of course, had so many experiences, including marrying a lovely ballerina, Emma, but you recently had an experience with one of those British people, and I want you to tell us about your lunch.
That was last week, Pat, with Prince Harry. Prince Harry, we met with him last week in Los Angeles, and he's a wonderful, bright, decent young man, and we spent 2.5 hours at a luncheon with Prince Harry, and I had an opportunity to thank him for doing what he did in this world. I briefly said, we have a man named Frank Sinatra who sang to the world, I did it my way, and Prince Harry, you did it your way, your life. And he purchased a home in Los Angeles that week.
Not a bad luncheon companion, particularly for a fella who's been hanging around with people like Dwight Eisenhower to end World War II. We wanted the audience to meet you because of all of these extraordinary experiences in your life, and now a longtime citizen. How long, may I ask your age, Greg? I want you to share that with everybody.
I'm 96 and a half years old.
And that half continues to make a whole lot of difference. Let me ask you, if you feel right now, as a fellow who was in such a special place in the history of World War II and the end of the war in Europe, very briefly, we're running out of time, do you think that there's still a lot of patriotism left in America?
No, unfortunately, I don't, Pat, and I worry about it. And I, with your permission, would like to read General Eisenhower's personal few words on military. This is General Eisenhower's comments. I hate war as only a soldier who has lived it can, only as one who has seen its brutality, its futility, its stupidity. Signed, President Dwight Eisenhower.
Well, we just recently
think the world
celebrated
should
Veterans Day, and I can't think
Yes.
of a better way to close this segment of Let Me Introduce You To. It's always a pleasure for me to be able to introduce folks to you that you might not have met. I've had the pleasure of knowing as a good friend Greg Melikian for a long time, and he has assured me that he will be my friend for a long time to come. Thank you, Greg.
Correct.
Thank you, my friend.
Thank you. Thank you for all you do, Pat.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.